Hello, my dear students. How are you? I think you are always fine. But how can I say that? This is the pandemic situation. You know very well that coronavirus, okay, is everywhere in the world, okay. But Lakers Public School and College has organized these online classes. You know very well that you are not going to school for a long time, and in this period, Lakers Public School and College has decided to take online classes for you. And by this situation, I am going to take your class 5 Hindi Religion and Moral Education. I am Tushar Kanti Das, assistant teacher, Lakers Public School and College. You know very well, but someone who are new in this class, I think don't know me, so that's why I'm just I would like to introduce myself. Okay, so today's lesson, chapter 1, Ishvara and service to living beings. Okay, this is our first chapter 1, Ishvara and service to living beings. Okay, so let's start this chapter. This is the page of your main book. For your textbook, you can take your textbooks in front of you, so that you can see this page very clearly. Okay, Ishvara and service to living beings. We know that Ishvara is Almighty. He has created everything: human being, animal, and beast. Sea, river, mountain, tree and creeper, flower and fruit, sky and wind and sun, moon, planet, star, all of the things in the world. Okay, He's Almighty. He can create anything. Okay, that's why you can see your around of you that anything you can see, everything is everything created. Everything is created by this Almighty God. That is called Ishvara. Ishvara is the creator. Okay, all kinds of creations are created by Ishvara. The universe and the life are His creations. Okay, the universe where we are living right now and the life we have is the creation of Him. Another name of Ishvara is Paramatma. Okay, another name of Ishvara is Paramatma. That is important. He exists in living beings. Okay, He exists in us. Ishvara existing in living beings is called Atma. Okay, that means every living being has Atma. Okay, has Ishvara. So if we respect others, that means we are going to respect Ishvara. That's time. Existing living bodies, Ishvara guides them. So a living beings is also Ishvara. Okay, all of the living beings in this world are also Ishvara. Clear? We want to express gratitude to Ishvara by serving Him. We want to seek His grace on our path of life so that we can get welfare. That's why we sing praise of Him. We want Ishvara to us. But Ishvara is incorporeal. He is invisible. One can mark expressions of His strength and virtue. Clear? We want to express gratitude to Ishvara by praying to Him. Okay? To Ishvara by serving Him. Okay, so how can we serve Him? Tell me. Okay, can we see Him? No. Can we get Him? Can we see Him, or can we touch Him? No. Because Ishvara is incorporeal and He's invisible. Okay, He's shapeless. No one can see. One can mark expressions of His strength and virtue. Okay, no one can see Him, but He can mark expressions of His strength only. Okay, but we can serve Ishvara in another way. How can? That is by serving living beings. Okay, if we serve living beings around us, that means we are serving to God. Clear? As Ishvara exists in living beings in the shape of souls, so serving beings will be as good as serving Ishvara. We can thus serve Ishvara by serving living beings. It has therefore been said, Yatra Jiva Tatra Siva. Okay, wherever is life, there is Shiva. Okay, but Shiva is not here like it's Brahma, Vishnu or Shiva. No, here Shiva means Ishvara. Okay, in this context, Swami Vivekananda has said the following lines: where are you searching for God, who is various forms stands before you? Those who love the living beings, they are serving God. Yeah. This means Ishvara is before us in the shape of many beings. Okay, that means you shouldn't search for God anywhere. Okay, He is before us in the shape of many beings. Okay, we need not look for Him outside. He who serves the living beings serves Ishvara through service to them. Okay, if you service to anyone, if you serve anyone, I mean any living beings, that means you are serving to God. That is, serving to living beings is therefore religion. Okay, that means what is religion actually? Service to living beings. Okay, if we are religious, that means we are serving to living beings. That means we are religious. But if you don't service anyone, if you don't serve anyone, that means you are not maintaining the religion actually. Okay, we shall serve Ishvara through service to living beings. We shall serve the poor. We shall serve the ill and distressed. That means by serving the poor, by serving ill and distressed people, that means you are serving God. We shall take care of pet animals. We shall plant trees. We shall take care of them. Thus we shall serve living beings with the idea of Ishvara about them. This will bring good to beings. We shall get peace by serving them. Ishvara also be pleased. Okay, if we serve the living beings, if they get peace, that means if they get pleased, that means Ishvara will be that kinds of pleased also. Yeah. Okay. We are now telling you a story. That means we are now just learning a story from the holy book of the Mahabharata about service to living beings. It's a very common story. You know, I think a poor Brahmin service to living beings. Kurukshetra is a holy place of this subcontinent. Do you know that? In this subcontinent, I mean Indian subcontinent, Bharatvarsha, that is called Kurukshetra is the holy place, and Kurukshetra is also called Dharmakshetra. Okay, in Gita, I mean in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it's the first line, Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra, Samarvata, Yudh Shabaha. Okay, just like that. That means Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra. Dharmakshetra means this Kurukshetra. This is the place of holy place for subcontinent of this subcontinent, I mean Indian subcontinent. There lived a poor Brahmin in that Kurukshetra. His small co-family consisted of his wife, one son and one daughter-in-law. Okay, his wife, one son and one daughter-in-law, one son and his wife. That means 4 persons in this family. But what good was the small size of his family? No problem. On some days they had full meals, on some half. That means the family is small size, but they are starving for food. They are starving for food. For sometimes they are had full meals, or they had only half meals. Okay. Sometimes they had even to go without any food. That means starving. For the Brahmin past time, by practicing religion knowledge, he collected food by practicing unshavritti. Unshavritti means what kinds of unshavritti? What does it mean? Unshavritti is satisfying hunger by collecting the sheaves that were left in the field after the harvest has been completed. Okay, do you know that? Have you understood this line? Actually, unshavritti means if the harvest is completed. Okay, I mean, if the farmers collected all the things, all the harvest plants, that can be paddy, that can be wheat, Okay, that can be corn. It can be collected, but after collecting them, some sheaves are there left. Okay, and this collecting by collecting these sheaves, unshabiti, that is called unshabiti. By collecting these sheaves, Brahmin passed his days to take this food from these ships. Okay, it was the story of a day. The Brahmin failed to collect any food. He was very hungry. His wife, son, and daughter-in-law also were without food. Later on, he could collect some oats. Okay, do you know what is oats? In Bangla, it is called job. The Brahmin's wife made flour of that oats, that is called chatu. In Bangla, that is called chatu. Then he divided the flour in 4 portions, because there are 4 persons in this family. Then they sat down to eat. Have you got it? Okay. This is the poor Brahmin as a guest. At that time, a poor Brahmin appeared there. He said, "We are in famine. We are passing days in starvation or half fed. Now I am very hungry." The Brahmin gave water to the guest Brahmin to wash his hands and face. He gave him seed. Then he gave drinking water. The guest's awareness went. Then the Brahmin served him the flour of his own portion. Okay, he gave the Brahmin's own portion to the poor Brahmin. But could his hunger be satisfied with so small an amount? The Brahmin's wife gave her portion of it. Then the Brahmin's wife gave her own portion to the poor Brahmin, guest Brahmin. The Brahmin's son gave the portion of flour to satisfy the hunger of the guest Brahmin. Yes, the guest Brahmin's hunger was not mitigated. Okay, it is not completed. The hunger has not finished yet. Is there any more? He asked. Then the portion of the Brahmin's daughter-in-law was served on the platter of the guest for the guest. In this manner, in spite of their own hunger, the Brahmin, his wife, son, and daughter-in-law handed over their own paltry food. Own paltry food means a very small food for service to living beings. The guest Brahmin was happy and got up from his seat. "I am satisfied with your service," said the guest Brahmin. Everybody looked at his direction. In his direction, where was the Brahmin? Where was the Brahmin? There was no Brahmin actually. Dharmadeva himself was standing there. Okay, actually Dharmadeva has come here to test them actually. He said, "I came to test you. Let us uphold this ideal of service to creatures, heart and soul." We should maintain this ideal of service to the creatures. Okay, this is the main part of this chapter 1. Okay, now I want to give you some questions from your textbook, in the blanks and matching. I think you should do them, and of course by collecting this picture of this work, you can send me as homework. Okay, we know that Ishvara is inside. Service done to Dash is a service done to Ishvara. Kurukshetra is called Dash. The Brahmin set up an ideal of Dash. Match the words from right with the words in left. Are living beings also Ishvara? Ishvara exists in living beings. We sing praise of Ishvara. Yatra Riva Tatra Shiva. The guest ate. We are to say prayers, and that is Ishvara Tatra Shiva. Flower, sweet rice. Ishvara exists in living beings as soul and with respect. Okay, you should match this portion to that portion. Got it? And you can do that very easily. By doing that and taking pictures, you can send me as a homework. Also, you should do these short questions for homework. What do you understand by Atma? This is also the questions from your text. What do you understand by living being, and how was the financial condition of the Brahmin, and why did Dharmaveda come as the guest? And by serving whom do we express gratitude? Okay, these kinds of questions as homework you can send me by taking pictures from your khata, from your notebook. Clear? Okay. So no more today. I think we have got this point. You have got this chapter. You have got the religious factor from this chapter. Clear? Okay. So no more today. More when we will meet the next time, and that time we will discuss the chapter number 2. Okay. So till then, please look after yourself, look after your family, look after your parents, and don't miss to watch the online classes, to feel the online classes. Okay. And of course, stay safe, and stay safe, stay home. Thank you, and ta-ta.